Hey Laura, I heard you're pretty into going to the gym. I'm curious, have you ever used the bicep curl machine?
I haven't. I honestly avoid that one. I like to do my arm workouts on the cable machine or with dumbbells because the bicep curl machine is designed weird.
I've sort of heard similar things. Would you be down to try it together?
Let's do it.
So we're at the bicep curl machine now. Laura's gonna try it first.
Okay, first curl attempt. Not too bad. It definitely feels like my elbows aren't bending correctly. Like, it's a little weird feeling, but I'm doing it, so.
All right, now I'm gonna try it. I'm doing it.
Yes, for sure.
What concerns me about the feeling is like my inner elbows, a tendon or something feels like not right.
Yeah, my elbows were hurting after that, and after experiencing that, it made me wonder, who is gym equipment really designed for, and more so, who does the gym really serve?
To understand this, we need a quick history lesson on how gyms came to be.
Gym culture really was created by and for men.
That's Dr. Maria Virai, a kinesiology professor at SF State.
When you go back to like the origins, thinking of like Muscle Beach in Venice, California, that was about men pumping iron and doing other exercise on the beach, kind of in full display.
When learning about these pieces of history, it raises more questions, like why does it seem like some gym equipment is catered to male physique?
One explanation could be as simple as supply and demand.
SF State kinesiology professor Dr. Kent Lorenz said that since women historically haven't strength trained until pretty recently, gyms were catering to their male clientele.
That's why historically, some women didn't feel as comfortable going to a traditional commercial gym, so they would have their own type of studios. I know back in Canada where I'm from, it was called Curves.
New Curves Complete makes losing fat easy as 1, 2, 3.
Curves was a women-only fitness studio founded in 1992. It revolutionized the fitness industry by offering an accessible and efficient workout model to a women-only community.
What Curves did was create a space where women were able to go and feel safer and still get in a workout.
But Curves was not without its flaws. The program centered around a circuit-based workout primarily using hydraulic resistance machines. As the competitive fitness industry evolved, Curves became outdated, and with this, locations started disappearing. In 2026 alone, more than 1,000 Curves locations have closed. In San Francisco, none remain.
But the same can't be said about women-catered gyms. I've seen some popping up in the city and they seem to be here to stay.
I've seen them too, and I especially like that they tend to focus more on strength over skinniness.
Karen Bailey Ewell is a trainer at Eden Fitness Studio, a female-focused gym in San Francisco. She spoke about the importance of heavy lifting for women of all ages and how lifting benefits our bone health.
As women age, they go into peri or pre-menopause, and they're not producing as much estrogen. And when we don't produce that as much, our bones suffer.
That's so interesting. Almost makes me want to go to the gym right now, except that it's probably flooded with dudes.
Yeah, clients at Eden Fitness don't really have to worry about that. And it's especially important to note that this isn't some gym that's only for cis women. All women are welcome, no matter their backstory. Even men are allowed in the training area at Eden, just not in the private gym.
Exactly. The goal with female-focused gyms isn't to exclude, but to create a safe space for women to exercise at ease. Here's what Tammy Fox, the owner of Eden Fitness Studio, said about cultivating that kind of space.
We have women that come here, maybe they're dealing with mental problems or emotional issues, trauma. Maybe they feel like they're overweight or maybe they're underweight, and they can feel comfortable.
While gyms that primarily serve women are on the rise, they still carry a stigma. When we asked Karen about misconceptions, she said
that they're not going to come as much, that they're just going to have 10-pound weights.
But walk into Eden Fitness and you'll be greeted by green. Leaves and vines line the walls and ceiling of the studio spaces with little creatures planted throughout the studio for visitors to find.
So there's a lot of equipment here. We have a bunch of dumbbells that go up to 70 pounds. We have medicine balls, yoga balls, barbells. A client and personal trainer can usually be found at some point in their workout. Stretching, doing a bench press, deadlift, squatting, lunging. The possibilities are really endless, and trainers cater to their clients' personal goals and needs.
Ever heard of the phrase use it or lose it? Tammy's 67-year-old client Nancy lives by that.
My friends are on their second or third knee replacements. They all have bad backs and they're very immobile. They can't move. I would like to postpone that as long as I possibly can.
When Nancy was in high school playing sports, there were a lot more barriers to women's fitness. She felt she had to prove to others that she was just as capable of doing what the men around her were doing.
What I thoroughly enjoy about a woman-run studio and the woman environment is that I don't have to keep proving things to anyone else.
Learning about all this and talking to these people really makes me feel inspired to keep going to the gym.
I know, right? Our health is important, no matter how old we are or what we identify as. Dr. Virai put it nicely.
Ideally, you'd want to see like a more holistic approach to health and fitness, that having, a blend of physical activity and exercise and mobility training is beneficial, and that transcends gender. And that's what we really need to get to. Muscles are okay, no matter who you are.